welcome to the second episode of the Fuzzy Cactus Yarn Podcast. I am Katie, your host. I am an indie dyer based in southern Arizona, where I live with my family, my husband and 5 children, 2 cats, 1 dog. I own the Etsy shop Fuzzy Cactus Yarn. You can find me on Etsy as Fuzzy Cactus Yarn, and you can also find me on Instagram. My personal Instagram account is Fuzzy Cactus Yarn, and the shop page is shop_Fuzzy Cactus Yarn. And I'll have all of those links in the About section of this video if you feel the need to peruse and check me out. So yeah, I'm really excited to be recording today. It's been about a month since the last episode. Today is March 2nd. Saturday, March 2nd is a beautiful day down here in southern Arizona. We live in Vail, which is just a little southeast of Tucson. It's basically like a suburb kind of Tucson. It's the biggest little city you'll ever visit for sure. Last week we were under 6 inches of snow, which is not normal at all. And it was very crazy 4 days. We had a large tree in our front yard fall over, and so the kids get rodeo break about the 3rd week in February because the Tucson Rodeo and the Rodeo Parade is the largest non-mechanical parade in the world. Everything is horse-drawn, and it's a very, very long, rich history. It's really cool. We are not cowboys and cowgirls in our family, so we don't particularly go and participate, but it is fun to watch. That was last week, and we spent our vacation days dealing with the snow and the tree, so that was so fun. The knitting time that I thought I was going to have because I didn't have to chauffeur children to school and home was taken up. But the kids loved being out in the snow. The dog loved being out in the snow. It was a good time. My husband was in the Navy for 6.5 years, and we were stationed all up and down the East Coast, but we lived for 3 years in Maine. So we had our snow, and that's like the end of me liking snow. We chose to live in Arizona because of the lack of snow, but if you really want to see it, you can drive a couple hours and go to the mountains up north and see it and enjoy it. But all the kids were crazy about it, except that over the past 5 years we've lost like hats and mittens and stuff since living in that climate. This year for Christmas I did make hats for the kids, so they had hats, but mittens were kind of like mixed matched all over the place. So maybe I should actually buckle down this year and make everybody a pair of mittens that they'll be able to wear at least 2 seasons, if not more. I guess I will revisit that in a few months. But in the meantime, if anybody has mitten patterns, please leave your suggestions in the comment or send me a DM on Instagram. I would love that. So yeah, it was a very busy month. I got a lot done. I'm really liking, if you follow me before, I was doing podcasts every 2 weeks, but that wasn't really enough between everything to like have a lot to show. So now that I've revamped it and restarted it, I'm doing it monthly. So everything that you see today is what I worked on for the month of February. And yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to actually have stuff to show. And it's also nice just to be like, you know, not even for podcast purposes, but to look at your Ravelry page and be like, oh, I completed this, I completed that. So it's helping me as a visual learner or a visual oriented person to like be able to see in front of me what I've actually accomplished, what I'm working on, and that type of thing. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So let's hop right into it. My first finished object of the month is my Wild at Heart shawl by Megan Mako. And I am so excited because I saw this, I think she released it in October. And I have made her Timber Cove shawl. Sorry, I don't want the sun to like glare it out. And I was excited to see this one. It's a one skein shawl. She does have instructions to make it longer. I followed the pattern. I didn't add any rows because I have probably about maybe like 22, 25 grams left. And I wasn't sure. I know she includes instructions for how much you should have left for like the border, but I just don't enjoy yarn chicken. So I just kept with the pattern. But the bind off is like this really cool 10 stitch peacoat bind off, which I really enjoy. Because it wasn't annoying like a normal peacoat bind off. But it adds a little, like a cool little oh my gosh, detail. So yeah, there's like the eyelets. It is a asymmetrical shawl, and I went ahead and did this little knot thing just to kind of shorten it up. If you follow me on my personal Instagram, you saw me post. My daughter was modeling it for me, but yeah, I really like it. It'll be good to just grab when I'm headed out, or like keep in the car, because we have a van because we have so many kids, and I generally have like jackets and blankets for everybody because you just never know. But I do like to have a shawl in hand too, in case, because not only is it good when the sun goes down and it gets cold real fast, but also when somebody's sitting next to you and they're like, "Mommy, I'm cold." Well, did you bring a jacket? No. So it comes in handy for that. This particular sample is headed to Black Squirrel Berkeley. So if that is your local yarn shop, you'll be able to see it the 2nd, 2 weekends from now. So the weekend of the 15th and 16th, and then the next weekend. Megan, Miko, and I are doing a trunk show. I will not be there. I will be here. But those 2 weekends, you can go and meet her. I will be sending a bunch of single skeins of Fuzzy Cactus for this. You can meet her and say hi. And I will also have kits. We collaborated on a tricolor shawl, a DK weight shawl, and she named it Desert Moon. It's beautiful. I will be knitting my sample. We're having a knit along. I'm not sure when we're gonna start it, if it'll be this month or the beginning of next month. It takes 3 skeins of DK yarn, at least 270 yards each. So I will be sending kits that you can grab from Black Squirrel. I will have 3 different colorways, or color trios. This is what she knit and designed it out of. This is a skein of new moon, full moon, and eclipse. So I'm really excited about that. Definitely head over if you're in the vicinity, or if you're up for a road trip, head over, meet her, say hi, and get some Fuzzy Cactus yarn on the East Coast. So exciting. So yeah, I will also be updating Instagram on when that is there, and just like as a reminder that it's going on. So yeah, that was my first finished object after that tangent. I also finished my Rustic Elegance shawl by Jen Shalene. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. It's been a long time since I did something fairly fast, or what I consider fast. I did make Megan's shawl in like 10 days, which was awesome. That was really exciting. So I'm like on a roll right now. But this I finished right before the midpoint of February, and I just love it so much. I can't say enough good things about it. It is also asymmetrical. It has this cool like garter detail. I'm so sorry for the sun. Yay. Okay, now you can see it without it being blown out. So the blue is Madeline Tosh Button Jar Blue, and it's a beautiful blue. And this is Spun Right Round in Blender, which both of these were the oldest sock yarns in my stash when I first discovered that there was this whole yarn world outside of Michael's and Joann's. These were one of my first, or a couple of my first purchases when I was like, oh my gosh. And I was coveting them, especially because the Button Jar Blue, they discontinued it. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to save it. I have to save it. And then this year I was like, you know what? What's the point of it sitting there in my stash if I'm not using it? So I'm also on a Marie Kondo kick. So I think that that's kind of my intent this year with knitting. Like, I'm going to enjoy the nice stuff that I have. Like, I'm not just going to sit there and let it collect dust anymore, or think that something's just not special enough to make something out of it. Like, I'm not going to think like that anymore. I'm just going to go for it. Obviously, you know, if I hadn't been feeling this, I would have frogged it. And I'm definitely a firm believer in the right yarn, the right pattern. You know, not every yarn is right for every pattern and vice versa. But this was just like love at first stitch. And yeah, I cannot get over it. It's so fun to wear too. Especially because I know I have a red shirt on today. Go U of A, yay, bear down. But I generally wear black and gray. That way I can knit in whatever colors that I want, and it'll go. Also, I love shoes, so I can pick whatever color shoes I want, and it'll go. And now I get to coordinate my knitting or my knit accessory and my shoe. So yeah. Yeah, this took me about a month and a half. The garter section I was able to do like on the go, but the lace section, I'm just the type of person that I have to like, I need to be able to finish like a whole repeat or a whole lace section in one sitting, or else I mess it up. Which waiting until like bedtime, that really helps me out. Or if I know I'm gonna have a good nap time, then I'll get on it. So yeah, that was the Rustic Elegance shawl, and I do have a little bit of each left. I have probably about 15 grams, maybe closer to 20 of the blender. Oh my gosh, now that I close the blinds, now it's hard to see. And probably about 12-ish of the Madeline Tosh. Oh shoot. I have restarted a Cozy Memories blanket, but I'm thinking I'm going to use that one just for Fuzzy Cactus yarn colors, and then I will put other brands and dyers into, I really like this crochet granny stripe. I think I might do that. I started one last year, I think it was, but that was like the beginning of me crocheting, and I messed up like the foundation chain, so it was like really tight and everything else was like big, and yeah, so I'm just gonna restart it and learn from my mistakes. No big deal. So my my next finished object is, oh, and please excuse that I have not woven the ends, my St. Patrick's Day socks. Yay! Oh my gosh, the sun. Anyways, this is in my St. Patty's Day rainbow sock kit. I have a few left in the shop, but yeah, it's really cool. It has like the rainbow speckles, and then not quite striping, not quite a micro stripe of the really bright neon green. I just really love that color, but I also love the neon speckles too. You can see the pink and the orange and the yellow. There is blue speckles in it, but they didn't really show up like after knitting it, but that's okay. I still love them. And my little boy has already asked for his own pair, which I'm like, sure, I'll get right on that. Not like I have a bunch of other stuff to do. But it's so sweet. I love that when the kids ask for stuff, I'm always like, okay, you got it. So yeah, that was the main colorway is St. Patty's Day Rainbow, and that comes in a 100-gram skein like normal. This is wound up by hand because my ball winder at the time bit the dust. I probably have, I don't know, I have a good amount left. The mini that I made to go with it was a 20 gram of ginger. And I can say that because my husband's a ginger. But I probably only have like maybe 4 grams, maybe. It definitely wasn't cutting it close. It's just I don't have hardly any left. So, but yeah, that was really fun to knit. And I'm glad that I got them done before March. So I knew for sure they were actually going to be ready for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I'm excited. I also have another St. Patrick's Day colorway that I ordered last year, that it's self-striping. I forget the brand. I gotta bring it out. But I know I have that still to make. So I'm like, do I save that for next year? Or do I go ahead and then I'll have 2 St. Patrick's Day socks? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So yeah, those were really fun. And those, I like took a long time to get to the second sock. I don't know why. It's been a crazy month. Just like, yeah, it's just been crazy. So yeah. So on to works in progress. Both my girls have asked for, of course I stopped in the middle of a row. Both my girls have asked for socks, which my oldest, Lily, when she goes to school, she like rocks long socks with shorts. She has socks with like llamas and socks with like pandas and koala bears. She has a bunch, and even my husband's like, are you sure you want to wear that? She's like, yeah, Dad. I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to rock, you go for it. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If you think that it's awesome, then sure, we will go with that. So yeah, I started socks for one of them. I'm not sure whose I will get done first. My normal go-to is 64 cast on, and these I'm doing 52. So hopefully, I mean, that looks like a kid leg to me. I'll have them try it on once I get like a couple more inches on the leg. So yeah, this yarn I also got last year, and it's so cute. It's by Sheepy Fibers, and it's called Bubblegum. It's so fitting. Sheepy Fibers, etc. Sorry, etc. It's got all the like the neon specks in it. Let's see if it'll. And it's subtle. It's not like crazy, but both my girls love pink. They love rainbow, so I figured it was a good fit, and that way I know for sure I can get both pairs of their socks out of this one cake. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And this is I got it for Christmas. I'm not sure where it's from, but it's in my little sheep bag. It's so cute. It has little pink sheep and then little black and white sheep on the inside. So yeah, and what is this called? It's like Japanese knot, I think. I can't remember. There's a term for this type of bag, but I really like it because there's no zipper. Although I do prefer a zipper bag, I'm always like paranoid that my yarn's gonna get caught in it because I've totally done that before. So I like the fact that that's not happening. I also like how like big this one is, so you can definitely fit a lot in it. So I have like the foot form because I generally do the fish lips kiss heel. So yeah, it definitely fit all your stuff. Yeah, so on to, I don't have stash enhancement, but I do have stash / plans. I haven't gotten to wind anything up because I've been so busy, but that is my goal tomorrow. After I get my box for Black Squirrel Berkeley packed up, I'm going to wind these up. I've already printed off the pattern. I forgot to, 1 second. Okay, I am back. So I have these 2 skeins of worsted Full Moon. It's a gray base with purple and, well, cat hair apparently. purple and blue specks. I love it. This is part of my lunar collection, and I've like had this pattern in my mind for a while because I've been on the hunt for a sweater pattern for Luna. So it's called Hyphen by Lisa Shimmery. I love the little yoke and like the stitch detail on that. And it's only 3 buttons, so I'm not too worried about her growing out of it. I'm going to go ahead and make the 2-year-old size because it goes 18-month, 2-year-old, 4-year-old. So I know the 4-year-old will be definitely way too big, even if she doesn't get to wear it until like November, December of this year. So yeah, I'm hoping to cast this on this month and get through the yoke at least, if not the sleeves or most of the body. So we will see. I'll definitely have an update on that next month. I had this one in stock, and then I finally decided what color I wanted, so I dyed up another one, but this one turned out like a darker gray than this one, so I might have to alternate them, which isn't gonna be a big deal. I generally don't like working with 2 skeins at once because I hate dealing with them getting like twisted and tangled. So if anybody has suggestions on working with that, please also let me know because I will definitely need them. So yeah, I know she won't be able to wear it until the end of the year anyway, but you know, you always need a sweater anyway, so it's fine. My next planned project is When You're Fast Asleep by my friend Jessica Anderson. She is doula knitter on Instagram, so you should totally follow her if you're not already. But she actually lives here. She's moving, but we met randomly. She sent me a message on Facebook after she saw this Fuzzy Cactus Yarn sticker on my van. She found my Facebook page and she sent me a message, and we were talking. I'm like, oh my gosh. And since then we've been really good friends, and we have a lot in common. We both have 5 kids. We both like the same. We both love Disney. We both love Marvel. We like the same fandom stuff. And we just have a lot of the same outlook on life and knitting. So yeah, it's been really fun to get to know her. I'm so sad she's moving. But I am going to make this pattern of hers. It takes like almost 2 full skeins of fingering weight yarn. It's a beautiful crescent shawl, and I'm really excited because I'm going to have this done in time to submit it for the Pima County Fair, which I believe is either the second to last weekend or the last weekend in April. So I'm pretty sure I can get it done in that time, because it looks like there's just like garter, or no, stockinette, sorry, and then lace, and then stockinette, and then lace. So I'm pretty sure I can get it done in like 6 weeks. We will see. It will be a challenge. I've never submitted anything to the fair before. I was going to last year, and then with the baby, nothing happened. So yeah, I'm not really like, oh man, I need to win or else, you know, whatever. I'm just doing it for fun. I've never submitted anything. I think it would be fun. And something new to do and try. So yeah, and then afterwards I'll have a beautiful shawl. I'm really excited to have a large crescent shawl because I have a large rectangle. I have a Find Your Fade and Fading Point. Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry and Fading Point by Hoki Locatelli. So like those are really good to like wrap up in, but I don't have any that will still go around me and I can wear like that without it slipping off. Everything is either like a shawlette style, or just not big enough to go all the way around. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Yeah, there's not much in shop news. I'm still, oh yes, there is actually. I don't have anything to show right now, but me and Jessica Anderson, who I was just talking about, and Itty Bitty Delights on Instagram and Etsy. Her name is Amanda. We are doing a Disney collaboration collection. I'm so excited. Definitely follow all of us on Instagram. I guess I'll put all three of our Instagram info down there in the about section. And she is making the cutest stitch marker. March's month is Dumbo because of the new Dumbo movie coming out, but we also want to pay homage to the original. So I have designed a yarn colorway, and Jessica has designed a shawl pattern. I can't remember. I'm so sorry, Jessica. It's a good size shawl pattern. It has the cutest little stitch detail that goes with the Dumbo theme. And yeah, we will be opening pre-orders mid-March. I'm hosting this month, so you can find those in my shop. Make sure to favorite my shop on Etsy so that you get a notification from them when I upload everything. So yeah, I'm really excited. And we also have, I'm not going to announce what month is what, but we also have stuff planned for April and May. Another 2 movie yarn pattern and stitch marker combinations. So excited. We've been working on this for like months now. So yeah, we're really excited to like have it out in the wild and have all you awesome yarnies enjoy it and hear what you think about it. So other than that, I'm just updating. I'm trying to update every 2 weeks. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's sooner and sometimes it's later. I'm just kind of dying when I can. The person that we were supposed to have come in and convert our 3rd car garage into a dye studio, I don't know, was having health issues or something, so I have to find somebody else. And yeah, just finding contractors and stuff in general is stressful for me. I'm a very introverted person and I don't like talking to strangers. Which I know that sounds so stupid, but I'm like, yeah. And I also feel weird about people in my house. Luckily they just have to go through the garage, and not that I'm paranoid or anything. That's just, I've always been like that forever and ever. But yeah, so hopefully I really hope by the end of summer I have a dye studio and I don't have to dye in my kitchen anymore, because that is just such a pain in the butt. It wouldn't be a pain in the butt if I didn't have to feed all 7 of us every single day, but I do. So I always have to, like, you know, make sure all the dishes are done, everything's put away, everything's off my counter, clean the counter, get my stuff out, put my stuff away, clean the counter again, and then, you know, I have to start all over again. So getting the dye studio up and running would definitely help me out by leaps and bounds, and I could put out a lot more yarn. So yeah, we will see about that, and I will keep you guys updated on that. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great March. If you have your spring break during March, have fun. We have a random spring break, like smack dab in the middle, which I'm looking forward to. So yay, a lot of knitting time. So yeah, happy Saturday, and I will see you next month. Thanks.